Okay, picture this. A client's in your chair. They absolutely love their cut or maybe their color, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then checkout time comes and they just stick to that main service, nothing else.
Ah.
And those add-ons you carefully picked out, it's like radio silence. If you've ever sat there wondering, why aren't these extra services landing more often?
Yeah.
Well, you're definitely in the right place today.
Exactly. Today, we're really going to dive deep into that common challenge for salon professionals.
Yeah.
Maximizing the potential of those add-on services, the supplementary treatments, the products, things that can really enhance the client experience and, let's be honest,
Yeah.
boost your revenue.
Definitely boost the revenue.
So we'll explore why your current menu might not be kinda doing these fantastic extras justice, and more importantly, how a strategic rethink can just make all the difference. We've looked at a whole range of insights to bring you some really practical takeaways.
Think of this as like your fast track to understanding why you might be missing out on those valuable upselling opportunities and what concrete changes you can actually implement, like right away.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal for this deep dive is to equip you with actionable strategies. Turn that menu from just a price list.
Yeah, just a list.
Into something that genuinely drives sales and, client satisfaction too.
And to start, I think it's really crucial to recognize the issue often isn't the quality or like the appeal of the add-ons themselves.
Right.
More often than not, the barrier is just how they're presented.
Oh.
So many salon menus, they just function as an inventory list, right? A dense compilation of services and prices.
Mm-hmm.
And that format, it can easily overwhelm clients. It doesn't naturally guide their attention towards those tempting extras.
That's a really great point. It's like walking into a huge hardware store just for a hammer.
Yeah.
And you completely miss that whole wall of specialized nails or, the adhesives that could actually make your project way easier. A poorly designed salon menu, it kind of has the same effect. Those valuable add-ons just get lost in the shuffle.
They do.
And that means missed opportunities for everyone, the salon and the client.
And our sources, they highlight several key culprits in this underperformance. One really significant factor is just the lack of clear categorization.
Okay.
When all the services, from a basic cut to a deep conditioning treatment are just sort of lumped together,
Right.
it becomes really difficult for clients to distinguish between what's essential and what's a beneficial add-on.
I see.
And another critical aspect is just the visual presentation.
How it looks.
Yeah. Overcrowded menus, tiny font, dense blocks of text. It can be really uninviting and just hard for clients to navigate quickly when they're maybe in the chair or at the desk.
Absolutely. It's not just about, making it pretty. It's about visibility. If your add-on options are kind of stuck way down at the bottom of the menu like an afterthought,
Yeah, hidden away.
the chances of them even being noticed are pretty slim, right? It's that classic case of, if it's not right in front of me, I'm probably not going to think about it.
Precisely. And clear and upfront pricing is just non-negotiable.
Oh, yeah.
If a client has to actively search for the cost of an add-on, or if the price isn't immediately obvious, they're far less likely to even ask about it, let alone consider it as an option. Transparency here, it builds trust.
Yeah, it does.
And it significantly lowers that barrier to saying yes to the extra service.
And let's not forget the language we use. That's huge, too.
Oh, definitely.
Our research really indicates that using industry jargon or these vague descriptions can be a real turnoff.
Totally.
If a client doesn't easily understand what an add-on is, or more importantly, the actual tangible benefit it provides them,
Right.
they're simply not going to be interested. It's like trying to sell someone a new phone just by listing processor speeds
Yeah.
without explaining that it means faster performance or smoother multitasking for them.
Exactly. So the fundamental shift we need to make is moving away from thinking of your menu as just like an info document and start seeing it as a really powerful sales tool. And a crucial element of this is adopting the client's perspective. What are their needs? What are they hoping to achieve with their salon visit?
Right.
What kind of language, what kind of presentation will actually resonate most effectively with them?
Okay. So let's get down to brass tacks then.
Yeah.
How do we actually redesign our menus to be more client-centric and, ultimately drive those add-on sales?
Right.
Our sources seem to offer some really practical design principles we can use.
Exactly. Let's start with the language, the words we actually use.
Okay.
Consistently, across what we looked at, the emphasis is on clear, simple communication.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. Steer clear of those technical terms or salon jargon that your clients might not easily understand.
Right.
Instead, prioritize using just everyday language that clearly explains what the add-on service is and, most importantly, the specific benefits it offers.
So for example, like instead of listing an amino acid strengthening treatment,
Which sounds kind of technical.
yeah, why not phrase it as, say, treatment to reduce breakage and boost hair shine?
Much clearer.
One clearly spells out what the client gets. And that ties right into making those add-ons more visible, doesn't it?
It does.
Just listing them isn't enough. We need to make sure they actually grab the client's attention.
Yeah, make them pop. Several sources suggest using visual design elements to do this.
Like what?
Well, you could consider using flyers or maybe little table tents to highlight specific add-ons,
Okay.
or incorporating subtle color accents in your menu designed to draw the eye towards these options, or even using borders around sections specifically for add-ons.
Like boxing them off?
Exactly. And strategic placement near the main services they relate to is also key.
Mm-hmm.
Like putting a scalp treatment add-on right near the haircut options. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, logical flow.
And one source specifically mentioned featuring your most popular or maybe your highest margin add-ons right at the top of their section.
Okay.
Or using those visual separators like borders just to make them stand out more.
And let's not underestimate just the overall impact of visual appeal. A well-organized, visually pleasing menu is simply more inviting to look at.
Absolutely.
I mean, we can't show examples here in audio, but you can imagine a menu that feels clean, uncluttered,
Yeah.
and uses design cues to naturally guide your eye towards the key stuff,
Yeah,
including those valuable add-ons.
totally. And then there's the absolute necessity of transparent pricing.
Back to pricing, yeah.
As we talked about, the cost of all services, including every single add-on, should be clearly displayed, easy to find.
No guesswork.
No hidden fees, no surprises at the register. It fosters that trust
Right.
and makes the whole decision process much more comfortable for the client.
Now let's dig a bit deeper into actually describing these add-on services, because it's not enough just to say what the service is. We need to clearly communicate the actual results the client will experience. It's all about crafting those benefit-focused descriptions.
That's spot on. So instead of a simple listing like, I don't know, hot towel treatment,
Okay.
think about describing it as maybe relaxing hot towel treatment to soothe muscles and enhance product absorption.
Oh, nice. You see the difference immediately.
Yeah, it shifts the focus from just the procedure to the direct benefits for the client, what they get out of it.
And I really like that idea, too, about using more engaging names for add-ons.
Yeah, making catchy.
Instead of a basic deep conditioning add-on, why not call it something like the Hydration Hero treatment?
I love that.
It's more memorable, right? And creates a more positive, kind of intriguing association. Adds a bit of personality to the menu.
It certainly does. Now, let's think about the overall structure, the organization of your menu.
Okay.
Creating distinct sections is absolutely vital.
Like categories.
Exactly. Having clear categories for your core services,
Yeah.
your range of add-ons, and maybe even a separate area for special promotions or seasonal things. It just makes the whole menu much more user-friendly and easy to navigate.
That makes perfect sense. It lets clients quickly find the main thing they want and then easily explore related add-ons that could complement that service. It creates a really logical, intuitive flow for them.
And another really effective strategy that came up in our sources is bundling.
Packages.
Yeah, creating service packages. Combine a popular main service with relevant complementary add-ons, often at a slightly reduced combined price.
Okay.
That can be incredibly powerful. It simplifies the decision for the client
Right.
and often increases the perceived value of the whole service they're getting.
Exactly. It's like saying, hey, you're booking our signature color service. Cool. For just a bit extra, you can add our color locking treatment and a glossing finish all in one discounted package.
Yeah,
It takes the guesswork out and just presents a complete attractive solution.
totally. And like some sources suggested, having that dedicated special section, that's a fantastic way to highlight seasonal or limited time add-on offers and really grab client attention. Creates a bit of urgency, maybe some exclusivity.
Good point.
Finally, we should probably touch upon the significant advantages that digital menus can offer.
Oh, yeah. Digital.
Well, you know, traditional printed menus still have their place, absolutely.
Sure.
A digital format provides quite a bit of flexibility It allows for much quicker, easier updates to your add-on offerings, your pricing.
Right, you can change it instantly.
Yeah, it gives you the agility to respond to trends or introduce new services really rapidly.
And a digital menu can really elevate how you showcase those add-ons too, can it?
Or for sure.
You have the option to maybe include high-quality photos or more detailed benefit-driven descriptions without making a physical menu look cluttered or overwhelming.
Exactly. Plus, it extends your reach online.
Mm.
It can even let clients explore and maybe select add-ons when they're booking their appointments online beforehand.
Okay, that's powerful. So for you listening, what are some immediate, actionable steps you can take right now to start enhancing your menu's power to sell add-ons?
Okay, step 1.
Yep.
First things first, pull out your current salon menu. Take a really objective look at it.
Okay.
Is it clear? Is it easy to scan? Are your add-on options visually distinct from the main services?
And are the descriptions focused on the benefits the client gets,
Yes.
not just listing the features of the service?
Exactly. Then maybe identify those add-on services that you think have the greatest potential, but, they aren't currently performing as well as you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Could their descriptions be reworded to more clearly spell out the value for the client? Could their names be made a bit more appealing, more memorable?
Then brainstorm ways you can make your top performing or maybe your highest margin add-ons more visually prominent on the menu.
Right.
Could you move them, put them in a more noticeable spot?
Mm-hmm.
Could you maybe experiment with using a different font style or a subtle border or even just a touch of color to draw the eyes specifically to those?
And start thinking about potential service bundles. What logically combines your popular main services with complementary add-ons?
Oh, yeah?
What combinations make the most sense for client needs and the outcomes they want? And what kind of attractive value can you offer through that bundled price?
Right.
Also, consider the benefits of creating that dedicated special section we mentioned to highlight seasonal or promo add-ons.
And finally, even if, a complete shift to a fully digital menu isn't maybe in your immediate plan,
Yeah, it's a big step for some.
explore the possibilities. Could you maybe make a digital version available on tablets in the salon?
Good idea.
Could you perhaps enhance how your add-ons are presented on your salon's website or, your social media platforms?
Ultimately, your salon menu, it's a critical frontline sales tool. It really is.
Yeah.
It's often the very first place clients become aware of the full range of services you provide.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's thoughtfully optimized, it can become this powerful engine for revenue growth and a key factor in boosting overall client satisfaction
Right.
by helping them discover services that genuinely meet their needs and just elevate their whole salon experience.
So don't just view it as a list of prices. See it as a dynamic marketing asset that's actively working for your business.
Exactly, even when you're busy with another client.
So just to quickly recap then, we've looked at the common pitfalls of just listing add-ons, and we've dived into those essential strategies for redesigning your salon menu to get better results.
Yeah, things like prioritizing clear, benefit-driven language,
Making add-ons visually prominent,
structuring your menu logically with clear sections, attractive bundles.
and exploring the advantages of digital menu formats.
We really encourage you, take a fresh look at your own menu, but try to see it through your client's eyes. What immediately catches your attention? What feels maybe confusing or unclear?
What would genuinely entice you to add that little extra something to your service?
We'd actually love to hear about your experiences or any further questions that come up as you start this process.
And be sure to tune in for our next deep dive, where we'll be exploring optional. Tease next topic briefly if known, otherwise omit or use generic placeholder like another crucial topic for your business. Thank you so much for joining us for this in-depth exploration of optimizing your salon menu. We really trust you've gained some valuable, actionable insights today.
Thank you for engaging with us. And remember, the true value of knowledge is really in its application, right?
Absolutely.
So we encourage you to take these ideas and just start experimenting. See how they can work in your salon to achieve some real results.